Right, after the journey from hell, we've finally arrived at Ferrygate. Thank you very much for joining me today, by the way. Hi. So we're at Ferrygate campsite on the Norfolk Broads. There's quite a lot of us out today. We're doing a bit of a camp and paddle meet. So I'll spin you around the site quickly. So we're getting ready to go out in the water. I've brought no end of boats with me today. So I've got with me the Feelfree, that one, then come inside the dark, dingy, dismal hole. I've got the Sea Eagle, so that's the EZLite10, that's the Gumotex Rush, and the PR500. But I've got quite a few little things I want to be doing on this trip, so let's get ourselves on the water first of all, shall we? That little tearaway was in my drink and nearly swallowed him. So we're on the water and we're on like a little jetty sort of thing. It's a bit of a challenge to get in. We don't think we're going to be going too far. We're just having a bit of a poodle for the evening, and I'm in the hard shell for this journey. So what you can see there is that's the launch point for the campsite. Launch is included if you choose to camp here. Otherwise, I think it's a £5. But it would be quite nice to see if they put some cleats along the edge of that there, so you can tie your kayak up to it, just to make getting in and out a little bit easier. So that wasp that I nearly drank, I've decided that's actually stung my lip now, the inner lip. So that's now puffing right up, which is lovely. Now the launch for this site is down this sort of little inlet, outlet, tracky thing. So you've got a short, I think it's about a tenth of a mile or so before you get onto the main river. I've never paddled on the Norfolk Broads before. I've holidayed over here plenty of times, but I've never actually paddled on the Broads. So it's something I've always wanted to do, and here we are. And that's what it's all about, doing stuff that you've always wanted to do and never getting a chance to do. So. So usual river rules apply. Stay on the right hand side. It's so flipping peaceful and lovely out here. A bit breezy, so we've gone into the wind, and we're just going to let that sort of drift us back. I've forgotten quite a lot about this Nomad kayak, because I haven't paddled it more than once. This is the second outing of it, and I immediately got in it and thought, this is really twitchy, but it's not. It's quite stable. But it's a gorgeous evening. Like I say, if it didn't have quite as much wind, it'll be A1. But no, it's still nice to be out just listening to the reeds whispering. Nice. Naughty me! Oh, naughty, naughty! I don't know if you'll see the old wind pump. Regulars to the channel will appreciate what's in front. It's just gone really still, and it's lovely. And there's some nice boats around here too, really nice boats.
Hello.
Hello mate. We've got to a bit of a widening here, which I think we're not too far away from the actual next main broad, which is just round this next corner I think. So we'll probably just shoot round this corner, see what we can find, and we've got to be thinking about turning back before it gets too dark. Oh, look at all the swans over there. Rough paddling heaven. Or hell. I'll let you decide that one. I don't think I've seen so many swans on the water before. Oh, there's a gate over here, look. Tell me you've got ADHD without telling me you've got ADHD. There's a gate over here. Have a look at this. Goes to a thatched little boathouse. Nice. Right, as you can probably see, the sun is setting, so we better get back really, haven't we? It's been a nice little first outing, nice and gentle. A couple of miles or so I think, and then a couple of miles back. Nice, I've got 4 kayaks with me on on this trip. 4. Yeah, I know. So by the time I publish this, I would have just reached 1,000 subscribers, or just there or thereabouts. And I'd just like to take a minute to say thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed to the channel. When I started doing this, I honestly thought that I might get a few hundred maybe tops, but 1,000's just a bit balmy to me, really balmy. So I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me on every trip. And if you haven't considered subscribing already and you do watch me, just do so. It just makes me very happy. That sounded really weird. Really quite weird. So stick around.
I was texting and paddling.
Don't text and paddle, guys, you have a crash. Been lovely, really nice little outing, and it's exactly what you need after a stressful car journey or van journey to get to the site. I'll film a little bit around the site tomorrow. I've asked the owner's permission, and she says yep, that's absolutely fine, as long as I only film our own party, which obviously goes without saying. It's a really nice, relaxed site so far. The facilities are absolutely spotless. She's very friendly on reception. The ground is all level. There's plenty of space to spread out. There's no set pitches. The water's on a borehole, so you can brush your teeth and boil it, but I wouldn't drink it by the gallon. There's a separate pot washing area, and separated recycling for the bins. So yeah, it's all really well set out. I've not had a look in the showers yet. I'll have a look at them in the morning. But I imagine if the if the loos or anything to go by. Shush! Trying to talk. If the loos or anything to go by. Do you mind? Trying to do YouTube here. Bloody hell. Inconsiderate wildlife. But if the showers are anything like the loos, they'll be absolutely spot on. It's got flushing loos as well. I was expecting porter loos, so the flushing loos are a bonus. And it's got running tap water and everything, so yeah, it's quite well equipped, and it's a reasonable price as well. And you've got launching on site, free included in your pitch fees. Yeah, I can see myself coming here again. It's called Ferrygate. I'll leave a link to them in the video description. I think they deserve a shout out. So this blue and white building dead ahead is our turning point to go back down the little sort of inletty, outletty slip road. I'm going to call it a slip road. Back towards the campsite. So guys, got set up for the weekend. First time I'm trying this sort of canopy out on the awning rail which I've fitted to the van. Michael's just come up with an absolute cracking name for this new boat. We're going to call it a wheelie bin because it sounds like you're putting the bins out when you wheel it round. Right, so we've got tough decisions as to what to have for tea tonight. We've got spaghetti, or spaghetti. What do you reckon? We're going for the bolognese option. Oh, look at that. Good morning. Right, so today I'm going to be going out in the Rush out of the collection, and I think the objective is to go out of here, turn left, turn right, and then we'll end up in what's called Hickling Broad, which I used to holiday there as a wee little nipper. So that'll be a trip down memory lane. Let's get the Gumotex Rush blown up and hit the water. So I've got a new pump to try. It's the Outdoor Master Shark 3, and I think it's going to be a bit of a beast.
Which way are you going?
Right, so today's boat of choice is the Gumotex Rush. It's a little bit windy at the minute, so I've gone for the microphone option, so hopefully you can hear me quite well. And we're going to go on to Hickling Broad, which is left out of the entrance here and then first right. That's the dedicated launch point for the campsite. I think I showed you that yesterday. Right, so we're on the way. I've moved the seat a little bit further forward in the Rush today because when we did the big one, I think it was Frank maybe took the photo. I can't remember who took the photo. Either Frank or Raf, I think. Could be wrong. Took a photo of me. Great photo, really love it. But the nose end was quite a long way out of the water. So that to me means the seat was too far back. So I've moved the seat further forward today. We're just going to see if it performs any differently. And before you say it, I know he's kayaking in a hoodie. I know, not appropriate kayaking gear. Yes, yes, yes. But sometimes you just got to be a bit warmer. And it's a bit chilly. So quit your moaning. On the outboard motors of some of these boats, there's a cover which is by the Norfolk Police, or the Broads Authority, which says cowling removed. So if you know anything about that, let me know, because I haven't got a clue. But I'd quite like to know what's going on. What does that mean? Got a bit of side chop on the go. Let's do this little swing bridgey thing. No traffic. Oh, there's a little bit of river traffic up here. It's a strange day. We've got sort of like a crosswind. There's a rather unique looking sort of wind pump to our left there, look. Next to that funny looking shed, which is actually a house. It probably costs a lot of money. But I'm going to call it a shed. There's another Feelfree, look, out in the wild. Now, I'm no expert in sailing, but they're obviously intending on going forwards with the sail up, going into a headwind. I don't think that's going to work. Looks like that sailing boat has now got the hang of it and has buggered off, which is good. We've got a little bit of mayhem going on here. So we've got 3 day boats coming straight at us. That sailing boat just is going left and right like he's drunk. Yeah. Busy little bit of water, busy little bit of water. Must just be a bit embarrassing being this sailing boat, being slower than kayakers. It's the first time I've had to rush out in some actual bobbing about water. It's going all right. It's not quite the flat, calm experience I expect from the Norfolk Broads. It's a bit windy and a bit choppy. Right, so we're at a junction now where it's left to Hickling and right to not Hickling. I'll put the location on the map, but it's so windy and we're just getting broadsided. And it's not quite as enjoyable as as I was expecting or hoping it to be. The water's doing that thing where it makes you feel like you're paddling sideways when you're actually going in a straight line, which is quite trippy.
Because I'm like, if I don't, I'm going to be going backwards and that'll be me done.
What do we know on swans? Do you want a crisp? Do you want another one? Just wait. 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 Oi! Don't be violent. That's it. I was just about to say, you've just gone and harassed the fisherman over there, but you've come back, haven't you? So we've just found a nice little stretch here to stop at. Been giving the swans a little treat. So it's just a good place to stop out and stretch your legs for a little bit. So we're just going to try and get onto the bigger Broad, just see what it's like, and then we're probably just going to bomb back for a little bit, I think. I think that says something about the 3 kayaks which we're in at the moment. We've got obviously me in the Gumotex Rush, a Sandbanks Optimal, and an X500, which is the Itty Whip. I think everyone else has turned back, but it just goes to show what a more capable boat actually allows you to do. You can power on through more challenging situations. I'm certainly looking forward to going back. That's going to be lovely. Another fairly important thing to note when you are out and about in inflatables in the summer is to never fully inflate them. So I've got the floors at 6.5 psi, which I think is normally 7 and a bit, and the tubes I've got at about 2.8 and they're normally 3 and a bit. So just to stop any possible overinflation issues with the heat. Here we are into the bigger expanse of Hickling Broad, and into the wind as well. I've just realised my shoddy camera work is pointing at me and not what I'm talking about again. Shall we rectify that? There we go, that's better. Lovely little informative sign here saying stay between the red and green markers at all times. The red markers are on the left in case you can't see them. So this body of water goes pretty large by the looks of it. That's enough for me. We've got to have some extremely loose hips on the way back. I've got water in my eye from a paddle splash and I can't really see where I'm going, so let's call it. I think it must be coming up to lunchtime or thereabouts, because the hire boats are out in force now. I'm going to wrap up the paddling footage of this trip up here, because you've pretty much seen it all along the way in. We've turned around, we're heading back now anyway, so I shall see you back at the campsite. It's well equipped site, mixture of bins, little washing area, some showers which are all spotlessly clean. There you go, look, frequenting one of them later. And flushing loos. Even being option to hire a kayak as well. So I've got it all really.
No?
No. I'm now in the EZLite10 on a mission to go to the chip shop. I do apologise, that bit of sun is really getting to me at my eye. Right, no, I've got bad problems with my eye at the minute. I'm going to have to go back. I don't know what caused that. That was nasty. So I'm hoping I've got some hay fever wipes in the van. I'm fairly sure I've got some in the van. I'm just going to try and square myself back up again. So I don't want to miss this tea time paddle, but this is one of the ones which I sort of set out to do to start with. So I've done a reset, put a hat on, hopefully that'll keep the sun out of my eye, if that was a contributing factor. But we'll find out when we get back to this corner. Right, so we've reset after my eye falling out. Oh, kingfisher. That wasn't a kingfisher, went past me again, it was a different bird. Anyway, I'm back on the EZLite10. So we're going to go to the fish and chip shop, which is about 2 miles down the river here. This boat's definitely speeding. Slow down! I think it's got very much a Holland vibe to it down here. Definitely feels like Holland. Or does Holland feel like Norfolk? One of the two. So there's 2 bridges here in sort of quick succession. One of which is the new bridge and then the other one's the old bridge behind it. Really? Smart one. Where's your line? Can't see your line. Right, we've landed at Potter Heigham. Time for some fish and chips. But I've got to get out first. Oh, I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. So the boat is just there, as you can see. And then up there, it says Nippy Chippy. You can't get much closer to your destination than that, can you? Back to the site in record time, fueled by fish and chips. I didn't record any of it because I just got myself into a nice rhythm and I just went for it. Right, so that's the van all packed up and us ready to rock and roll on the way back home. Thank you very much for joining us on the little trip. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I shall see you in the next one. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye.